right, we're here with Mike Quirk, Senior Benefits Specialist at A&B Insurance, and we're going to get to know him a little bit better today. So let's jump right in. Tell us how you came to A&B.
Well, I've been in the insurance industry for a good number of years now, and I'd had communications with Mark and A&B in the past. One of the reasons that attracted me, other than the size and the reputation of the company, was the fact that I actually have an office to work out of.
Mm-hmm.
Other places that I've worked is pretty much work out of your house, and I'm a people person.
Yeah.
So I enjoy the interaction with others, and, being able to bounce ideas, questions off other agents, off of management. They're right here for me. So that was one of the big factors that led me to come here.
What has your previous experience been? How long have you been in insurance? What else have you done outside of insurance?
I've been in insurance since actually the early 90s. I worked for MetLife for a couple of years. I traveled extensively with them, sold retirement packages, whole life coverage, worked a lot in California, Connecticut, New York, Florida, of course. So I was there for a couple of years, took a break, kind of decided on a career shift, went into the marine industries, stayed in that for about 10, 12 years, and when the bottom fell out of that, then I remembered how much I enjoy helping people. So I got back into insurance again, and I've been pretty active for the last 6, 7, 8 years now.
Okay. What your clients know about you? Why should they choose you? What makes you sort of stand out, be unique, different in terms of service provider?
Yeah, I think probably, and I put this in my profile, one thing I learned a long time ago from one of my first sales managers was that, there's two ways of communicating with someone. One is you hear what they say, and the other is you listen to what they say. And hearing is pretty passive. Listening is active, and if you really listen to what your clients are telling you, you can help them to make decisions based on what their needs are and not necessarily on what you think they should have.
Is that a skill you kind of had to hone over the years? Is it something that you practice?
I think it comes with personality. I mean,
You're born with it?
Pardon?
You're born with it a little bit?
I think a little bit. I mean, I'm an empathetic type person.
Yeah.
The reason I do this is because, other than making income, of course,
Right.
is I like to help people, and I can only help people by listening actively to what they're telling me. All too often I hear agents talking to clients, and I'm like, you're not listening to me.
Right.
I want to sell them this, and they're telling you they want something different, and all of a sudden they don't want to do business with you anymore, and you're like, what happened?
They box themselves in.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
I mean, you didn't listen to what they were saying. And sometimes I can't help people, but if I can't, I'll try to point them in the direction where they can get help.
Right.
But with Blue Cross being what Blue Cross is, Florida Blue now, of course, there's so many different products that are available that it's really rare that I have to send somebody somewhere
Elsewhere.
else.
Right. Tell us, what are your office hours? What are the best ways to get a hold of you? Sort of administrative things?
I go on quite a few. I do a lot of outside work as far as, just my own marketing. Probably the easiest way would be to get me on my cell phone.
What's that number?
It's 813-453-1258.
Okay.
And I always have it with me. And I guarantee you'll get a call back within 24 hours.
Terrific. And email?
Email would be Michael Q at abfinancialgroup.com.
Okay.
That is, always a good way to get me as well.
Well, great. What do you see in the future? Just wrapping up here, a lot of changes in major medical. What's your take?
Well, healthcare reform is such a mystery to everyone.
Yeah.
Part of that's the government's fault for not really educating. Basically, their stance has always been you got to have it or else you pay a fine or a penalty.
Right.
Which nobody likes, but most people don't understand the reasoning they have to do it that way.
Right.
But certainly I find vast numbers of people that really have no idea. They don't know what a subsidy is. They don't know what the plans are going to look like. They don't really, all they know is they hear it's going to be expensive, and that's not necessarily the case. But I think it's going to be a learning experience for everyone, agents, consumers, and it's my job to help consumers understand what they're doing. so that
Sure.
they don't make a wrong choice, and I think that's the one area of paramount importance is to educate people so that they do make informed decisions.
Right.
So, yeah, it's going to be confusing, but there's so many benefits for so many people that once everybody sees what's happening, I think the majority of people will turn and say, hey, this healthcare reform was a real good thing.
Yeah. Well, education's vitally important.
Mm-hmm.
Call Mike and ask him questions. He's here for you. You'll have all of his contact information on the digital profile here on this page.
Mm-hmm.
And we thank you for joining us. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Rob.
And catch us next time.
Okay.